Divine greetings, entities, energies, lovelies, bodies of light, these seekers and sojourners of truth. 144, chosen of the chosen few. You know who you are. I greet you in the love that lights the truth from my heart to yours. I am Celestial Earth in this divine energy essence of it all, reporting to you live from nowhere other than the fifth dimension, baby. Of course, always the place to be. So, welcome to 5D. Welcome to New Earth. Welcome to the true Earth, because really there's nothing new under the sun, right? Welcome to the Aquarian age, right? The age of the water bearer, the age of the knowing, the ever living water that is ever flowing and flowing, where we are now growing and growing in our knowing. So with that said, as usual, I bring you the news to infuse if you so choose to infuse with the light grid. Those of us that are doing our light grid activation, whether we're in specific locations or we are doing the light grid work in our groups, in our light colonies, in our lighthouses, right? Because the lighthouses became light colonies. So wherever you're doing your group, right? Speaking specifically to the chosen of the chosen of the chosen few. And as I say that, someone just popped up in my mind. I don't remember her name, but she has contacted me from Costa Rica. So you know who you are. I send you so much love and light, and I particularly want to shout out to you, to recognize you, that I see you. Right, this has been a crazy week, so I have not gotten a chance to connect to you. So Spirit just had me call out to you. Keep doing what you're doing. I will be connecting with you really soon. Right now, this is like a transitional week as we're portaling through. So as reminding me, happy portal, happy 2424 portal. Right, so I'm definitely going to be speaking about this portaling right now. So shout out to you in Costa Rica. Keep doing what you have been doing. Keep climbing, escalating on your ladder. You've come a long way, and I appreciate your love and light. I appreciate you being a part of this community. I appreciate all of you that are coming into this community. And with that, I want to say this. If you're still here, if you've made it this far in the beginning, please remember to like, subscribe, share, comment if you dare. If you don't know what to say, go ahead and leave some emojis. Anything that helps the algorithms to keep going, to reach out to all of our soul tribers, those in the remote places, right? And in the remote spaces that I'm talking about, in the soul, not in an actual location, right? It's in the universal location in your mind. And the more of us that give it forward, that's, think of it like that. By you liking, subscribing, sharing, you're paying it forward, right? I know I used to be like, why are they always asking me to like, subscribe? What is this? But a spirit has revealed it to me, and I understand this is one of the ways that we use this technology for our energetic algorithms, to align with our divine coordinates wherever we are to be. So it is for us to use this technology that aligns with our soul's technology to connect with those who we are to be enfolded with in this journey. So please pay it forward. Press a notification if you want to be notified. For those of you who truly love the messages and appreciate these revelations of truth, I appreciate all of your receptivity and reciprocity, right? Because energetic reciprocity is my thing. Right, so with that, let me go right into it. If there's anything else, I will tag it on in the end. One more reminder, Rhonda, Calvin, I am, and Stacy Holder, please do send your information. I know these people are like, how many times she gonna ask? I'm gonna keep asking until you send your information so I can send your calendar to you as soon as possible. And we're gonna be currently out of town, which is what I'm transitioning in right now, through to prepare for these ground roots, building this community for those of you who are looking for your way out in the next We have what, 5 more years? I'll do a video speaking about that and going into that, because I really want to focus on the portal. But to let you know that yes, we are in the midst of in the middle of this 10-year plan since 2020, right? We're halfway through. That's why they're talking about Project 2025. So you got to have your own. See, ancestors in the wind. Let it come through. Listen to the ancestors in the wind that was speaking to me today about receptivity. So I'm going to go right into that. Right after just letting you know about the grassroots. Look out for any information. I may be documenting this move, but I am being called into in a forward movement, true movement in building the community and actually moving into a new space and location. And it has to do with unlocking the ancestral trauma through, let's say, slavery, the slave codes that have been, infused in our DNA, those ancestral traumas in our blood. So it has to do with undoing that, why I've been given a specific route and for those specific people. So that will be our Project 2025 and journeying back, return to time. So with that, we'll get more on that. I'll definitely share more. That is us, me doing the house cleaning and giving some information on what's happening. So really, really busy this week in that mood. With that said, we are in between moons, y'all. We are in between moons, and it is like this portal, 2424 portal, as I've mentioned before, is like a 6-6. Because the 4 and the 2 is 6, and 6 is receptive completion. So I call this a receptivity portal. So it's a receptivity portal within an ecliptic portal. Yes, we're portaling through this ecliptic window, which is between the full moon and the new moon. That's why I'm saying we're caught in between moons. So there's a lot that's being highlighted to us. I've been given, certain messages on what's happening. We're feeling the move of the planet. We're feeling vibration. So if you've been feeling irritated, especially within these few days, more likely it's because of the portaling through. You're portaling through this portal, as well as the portal in between when the ecliptic window, as well as the fall equinox, right? We just had an equinox. That's a major shift. We just moved into our next cardinal sign, into Libra, according to our calendar, in the month of Ma'at. For those of you who have the 5D calendar, you look at your calendars and you will see that we have entered into the next month of Ma'at, right? So there's a lot that is happening that I want to share with you all, specifically about this portal and what we're receiving. For those who don't know, portals are just energetic hotspots, where we get that boost. Whatever you put in is what you get out, tenfold is like what I say. That's why I say do your pre-portaling work. Always, whatever you're doing pre-portal is what is going to be activated and what is going to be thrust forward through this portal, right? How you're going to be moved through this portal. What you feel is going to be every bit of what you put in and the lack thereof, right? Whatever you haven't been feeling, you're going to feel that too. Especially in these portals where they're highlighting receptivity, right? Numerology is showing us that this is all receptive activity. So every 2424 portal, you should be looking at the receptivity. How are you receiving? Have you been receiving? Have you been allowing the universe to speak to you, to highlight to you the messages that are coming through? Have you been allowing the revelations of time in our time-space reality, where we are now with Pluto and Capricorn, another window that we are in? We are within windows within windows, like how I usually say worlds within worlds. We are windows within windows within windows, right? There's the window of your soul that is in this karmic window, that is in this window, this 2424 portal window, that is within this window of the ecliptic window, that is within the window of the Pluto in Capricorn. And matter of fact, I said it's like Spirit's like, no, you said it out of order. I'm going to say we're definitely first within the window of our soul, we're within this 2424 portal window. The correction is the karmic window. It's like the karmic window is even bigger, because that karmic window, we have been in that pretty much since March of 2023, and we're gonna be there, like we're in that window for like about 2 years. So the smaller window would be like the 2424 portal window, right? And then it expands. Then we're inside that ecliptic window portal, right? Then we're inside the ecliptic season window. Then we're inside the karmic window, right? So it's like windows within windows within windows, right? And the Pluto, oh, by the way, the Pluto and Capricorn window is before, it's after the ecliptic window. Then there's a karmic window. And then there is the bring it back to me, Spirit. It's like so much information's been coming in. So 2424 ecliptic window, karmic window, ecliptic season window, and outside and outside. It just keeps going, like it's portals within portals. And then like the soul's window, a bigger window, that's our bigger scope. Like zoom out and see what's going on in the holistic aspect of your soul, right? So this receptivity is bringing a lot to us. What we have been receiving from the past moon, the past ecliptic window 6 months ago, being reflective right now. What have we been seeing coming up into right now and where we're going? What the new moon is going to be bringing. The new moon is really going to be on point, reflective of what has happened since the last new moon in April, right? It's really bringing that home on us moving forward in our northward trajectory. So the receptivity portal is really, as I was sitting outside and getting my light codes from the sun that was setting, the plant codes, the breeze codes, as the wind was blowing, as you still see that it is, bringing the wisdom in the wind, through the trees, through the atmosphere, right, into the atmospheric body, which is 5D, because 5D, fifth dimension, is the atmospheric body. It is where everything is just in the air, in the atmosphere, in our auric field. So what we have been gathering, as I'm sitting there listening, I'm just hearing the trees as they're swaying in the wind. It's like, did you do what you were supposed to do? Are you receptive of the energies? Like, these are the questions that we want to be asking ourselves. What did you get thus far? And are you allowing yourself to be receptive to the revelations that you have been getting? Where are you placing yourself? Have you been getting the light codes? Have you been getting the plant codes? Have you been getting the earth codes, right? Have you been excavating your soul to change the codes, the misappropriated codes in your DNA, right? In order to unlock and tap into a meditational level that you have never been before. Like, I've had someone ask me over the weekend, how do, meditation, how do I do that, or be still, or, it is for us to be in a state where we can put our mind at a place of peace. And it's by practice, allowing yourself to be in tune. Like I was saying, the easiest thing you could do is sit in a place of peace. Find a place of peace for you, whether it be the ocean, the lake, a forest, wherever it is. Find that place of peace and sit with it, and get the earth codes in the land, whether it's through that, get the elemental codes through the land, whether it's through fire, whether it's through earth, water, fire, wind. But sit with nature, sit within the elements and listen. And as you sit there, thoughts may race through your mind. Let them come, let them go, let them pass through. And then that way, as you let them go, don't fight them, because what you resist will persist. So allow the thoughts to come up. Yeah, all the little silly thoughts. Did I leave the stove on? Did I do what I was supposed to do? Your mind is racing a mile a minute. Oh, the people at the job, da-da-da-da-da. Oh, my family, da-da. Like all these thoughts that's running through your mind. Oh, I shouldn't have did that. Oh, man, when I was there, I should have said da-da-da-da-da. Like all these things come through your mind. Just let it come through and go, okay, thank you. Thank you for the reminder. And as soon as it comes in and you let it out, then you sit in a place of peace. You'll feel, the more you do that, you'll feel more peace. It's like you're letting it come through, right? That's just a little meditation one-on-one for those who are finding it hard to do so. But no, and this particular portal that we're in is really inviting us in, and is calling up all of our ancestors, our guides, and all of those angles of light that have been coming through. A lot of us, it has turned up even more within the last full moon. Your dreams are becoming more lucid. You're getting more messages, right? Tune in and tune up within your soul. So what I have for that is, let me share the little, it's not shared a little download. It's not a deep download, but just what I got for this portal and what is happening, what we're to be looking at. So as we are between moons, right, this 2424 portal of receptivity, which is a 6-6, is highlighting and asking us to be evolved, to be receptive of the messages and the revelations that we have been getting. It is time to take a stock within our soul's inventory and review. Let me emphasize, review. View it again. Review what has been and is being revealed at this particular time within this ecliptic window. So what has been being revealed? What is being revealed right now? What is being revealed to you? Because a lot of us have been getting revelations, but we have not been holding ourselves accountable. We have not been detaching from what we need to detach. We have not been making the moves that are in alignment with this revelation that we've been getting. Age of the knowing requires you to do something according to your knowing, right? Or else you fall in the shadows of the age of the knowing. I don't care how much you know. I don't care how much information you're sharing. If you're not applying it to your personal life, world, and affairs, if you're not applying it to be an example, to be into the Christ consciousness, because to be activated and moving through a Christ consciousness is to be an example as Christ was, as Yeshua was, right? As they say, the way they talk about it, right? Whether you believe it was here or not. The example is as such. It is to be exemplified. There is an energy here that in the Christ consciousness energy that we are to be exemplifying, right, through our soul works. So if you're not being an exemplification of this Christ consciousness, which is the divine light that is being poured through our soul, that's the water that's pouring in. Imagine when you're meditating, imagine that ever-living water pouring into your crown, and imagine your crown opening up and receiving this ever-living water flowing through your crown, flushing out your throat, your third eye, flushing out your throat, removing the lies, right? As it pours into the crown, removing the egoic attachments. As it pours into your third eye, removing the illusions and delusions. As it pours into your throat, removing the lies and the lack of integrity to truth of what is, removing anything that is opposite of truth, right, into the heart, removing anything that is inauthentic, removing grief, removing any unforgiveness, like removing all of that bad judgment, removing condemnation, just flooding out. Imagine it when it pours into your heart. Imagine it spreading throughout your body once it gets to your heart, right? Because it comes in like this and then and imagine it just spreading through every cell in your body, circulating that energy everywhere, pouring down into your solar plexus, flushing out the shame, flushing out the feelings of not being worthy, flushing out false identities of who you are, flushing all of that out, pouring into your sacral, flushing out all the guilt, flushing out the lack of pleasure, a lack of allowing yourself to feel, flushing out the lack of vulnerability, just letting all of that go, the lack of creativity, going into your root. Imagine it flushing out all the fears, just pouring it out in a type of flush that is a force that is flushing it out. All the fears in the root, all the mind state of lack, everything that blocks you, everything in the physical world that blocks you. Not that the physical world is bad, but removing any blocks from the physical world, right? Just flushing it out. And imagine that just pouring out into the earth, flushing it out into the earth, clearing out your earth chakra beneath, right? So as you're doing that, you're removing all of these blocks within each energy center. I just gave you a tidbit of some energy center clearing out work, right? And that's something you can do on your own, right? So to go on, we are portaling through a powerful ecliptic window that brought so much change in our social dynamics since the last eclipse in March and April. This is the reflection that I'm talking about. We're reflecting from where we were 6 months ago. This is a reflection, see, of what has been happening in the choices we choose to make. Everything is choice point. Your voice is your choice, meaning what I say by that is not just what you say, but your throat chakra is an expression. It's not just speaking, it's in your doing. What have you been doing? Whatever you have been doing, that is the voice that you have been making. This is your voice choice, right? The current status are the result of the choices made in accordance to the revelations and a preview of what revolutionary changes, Uranus, are to be made as per our choice of receptivity of what is now known in the risen light, right? In the risen light that you are rising in, you doing your personal rising of your light, which means you're flooding out, you're removing, you're doing soul excavations, shadow work in the soul, you're removing, you're exfoliating, deep exfoliation of the soul. And by doing that, those removals raise your vibrations and your frequencies. So that is your risen light, right? And not only just that risen light, but the risen light of the collective, of those of us who are working on the light grid, and the light grid activation where those frequencies are rising. The fifth density light that is coming into our 5D, because we are in 5D, that means the frequencies have moved up. We are in accelerated frequencies. So the 5D, the fifth density frequencies that are coming in, is also a part of our risen light. And those who are choosing to infuse with the light on the light grid help activates the light infusion within this earth, within our souls' bodies, right? So our diets are changing. Our everything is changing. Are you ready for the change? Are you receptive to the change and ready to reciprocate your receptivity of what is within these windows? And I'm talking reciprocate it to the universe, pay it back to the universe. I'm not talking owing anybody anything, paying anybody anything, but reciprocating the energetic reciprocity based on how you are respecting, respect. How have you been re-looking and respecting the revelations that have been coming through Pluto and Capricorn? How have you been respecting the truth of Neptune being where it is, breaking the illusions as we went through the halls of Amenti in Leo season? Have you been respecting the revelations coming to bring you what it is so that you can break the illusion? That's where something needs to be done so that you can make the necessary change. It's like, and in that order: Pluto, Neptune, Uranus. Pluto giving you the revelation, Neptune saying break down that illusion, Uranus saying now it's time for change. It's time to make a change for once in my life. Gonna feel real good, gonna make a difference, gonna make it right. That's what I'm hearing in my head. Are we gonna make it right? Are we gonna make it right? Are we gonna make up what? Oh, you know what? Spirit said, nah. I said what I said. Are you gonna make a right? Are you gonna make a right turn at this turning point in our voice choice turning point? Are you gonna make a right turn and turn over what Spirit is asking you to turn over, what your spirit has come here to do and said, this is the time. Not when you get comfortable, not when you get more money, not when you get whatever it is that you're waiting on. That's not faith. Spirit is saying now is the time. Are you ready to make that change, that revolutionary change? And you're not going to feel like making that revolutionary change. Some of us are feeling it and we're feeling tugged. Some of us are being pulled. And it's like, dang, how did I get here? Because the way your angles of light line up with these frequencies, it's like you have a stronger connection with certain frequencies, certain messages and revelations within the frequencies that you are attuning. For a lot of us, this is attunement time. You are attuning to the angles of light that is being poured in. So honor your angles of light. Make the changes. Sit with yourself. Sit in a receptive mode. Be receptive to the wind. Be receptive to the elements. Be receptive to the message, especially within the theme of the social dynamics, which is the ecliptic season. That 18 months where the nodes have been in Aries and Libra. Ecliptic season, and we are now entering into Libra, thus activating our south node. So what has been happening from then, we've been jolted, pulled into looking into our north node 6 months ago, and now with this reflection, what's also being activated is that south node. So we should be, depending on how you're doing the work, gaining clarity on what we need that is reflective of what was happening 6 months ago. Now, how do you see it? Did you change your scope according to the revelations you've been getting? Are you truly respecting it? And now what do you see in the dynamics of justice, balance, right? That is bringing you into your soul sovereignty. When we respect the south node, that's how we bring it forward into the north node, right? So we got shaken up 6 months ago, asking us to really look at this north node. And then now it's like, okay, here you go. Let's dip back in the south node. Let's activate what's here, what we need to be looking at, respecting. Now can you see it? Because for some of us, some ish got to hit the fan and some things got to happen for us to really look back and respect what the south node is showing us. And it's not to seek revenge through this justice. It's self-work. It is for you to find how you have been showing up in these social dynamics, how you have allowed whatever has happened to happen according to the choices that we make, whatever they may be. What you allow is what you will see and what it will be, right? So this south node activation is like really helping us, get a jolt and really review what it is that has been happening. Look at it again, look in the rear view mirror, and also have a preview of what is coming ahead of us with the rest of this energy as we cycle back around, come full circle, right? And the nodes will be changing in January. So this is our opportunity to really, in this moment, in this portal, this window that we're portaling through, it's really important that we sit with our receptivity, open it up so wide, like I'm hearing, wide open. I was going to say the song, I'm hearing bust it wide open, open, open it up. And receive what you need to receive in all that you have been getting, especially within the past year, within the past 18 months, and more specifically within the past 6 months. Look at it delicately, intricately. Have an introspective view, what it is that has been coming up to you and through you to show you in this journey, and help to elevate the vibrations, the frequencies, not just for you, but for the collective. Right? So first look at that part of the portal, and in that expand your portaling experience into the ecliptic portal as we sit in between these moons and we look at what has come and what is to come because of where we are now in our present comings, right? In our compassion, what we have come passionately with, right? So I share that so we see what is happening between these moons. And before I close, I will say this. We are feeling the energies very high. We're feeling the frequencies. We are sensing and feeling it all. And I want to say to this degree, we're feeling it shake, especially those of you who are empathic. There's a lot of cray energy, and what I want to say to you is don't wear it on you. Please know that a lot of us are going to be feeling the energies from the shake up in the world. The world is feeling it. Everyone's feeling these vibrations, and it's like it's being reflected and deflected because of how much the world is avoiding. Avoidance and denials are really shaking up a lot and causing a lot of the turbulence, and we're literally seeing people say one thing and say something else, or do say one thing and do something else, or literally as they're talking to you in a conversation, say one thing and completely saying something else at the same time. And it's sometimes can drive you like what crazy, a little like what is going on, and you feel a little bit of the annoyance and the pressures, but it's them, it's the world, and the only way it's you is how much you're entangled with it. So for those of you who are really doing your work and you've gained some momentum and some clarity, know that it's not you. Be empowered empaths by knowing how to separate from the energies. You're going to feel it because that's what empath is. You're going to feel the world, right? But it is to separate. Remember, if you've been practicing detaching, this should be a little easier. Just detach. That's not mine. That's not mine. That belongs to the world. And I send love to the world. Send your love and light to surround whatever you need to surround in the world. Your house, your home, your city, your block, your community, your family. Expand it however you want to expand your circle of protection. But create that environment of peace for you during this time of, I want to say, a little bit of energetic upheaval. And yeah, because as the illusions are being broken, that's part of it. That's what I'm hearing. It's like, yeah, because a lot of their lives are being broken up and they can't see it and they're not comfortable with it. So and you will see it clearly and you'd be like, what? But they are where they are, and we just have to be in a place of understanding. I'm not saying let everything slide, but sanctify yourself. Put a covenant over yourself and be in a place of peace for you. I'm not saying ignore what's going on, but know that that energy that is imposing and pressing in upon you, take a deep breath, turn it around and press it out. When you take a deep breath, imagine that water pouring through again, that ever-living flow of light, and press it out. See, I'm not lying. The wind just blew at the same time. Press it outwards, right? And with that, I'm going to close out. Remember, 5D calendars, get them at a 5D corner near you. Remember this receptive completion. Remember your portaling. Remember doing your pre-portal work is how you plug in and get tapped in and attuned. Stay attuned. Be a part of your attunement, right? So I want to remind us of that before we close out. Remembering to get those calendars, because it is a tool that is going to help a lot of us portal through. So get it at a 5D corner near you. Whenever you enter into 5D, it's like we right here handing out the calendars. Here you go. Here you go. Welcome to your new timeline. Welcome to 5D. Welcome to the new Earth, true Earth. Welcome to the Aquarian age. Welcome to you. Welcome to your soul taking advantage of its advancement in its ascension. And I close out with that. Happy portaling. 2424 portal, and in between moons, ecliptic portaling. Get in between your moon and be prepared for the new moon. And with that, I greet you all in the love that lights all of the truth, and say to you that each one reach one, teach one. If you don't know where to start in your big beautiful heart. Shine your light from the inside out and be the candle that lights the next one and the next one and the next one. Peace, love, and light.